Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking at our junior MathUp program today. And the problem that we're going to look at is one of the open-ended problems that we get from Dr. Marion Small and Doug Duff. And it's the math program that we use here at Ottawa Catholic School Board. So in the math program, we have what we call focus tasks. And in the focus tasks, we're going to take a look at this one right here, subtraction meanings focus task. And when we jump over to it, the problem says choose your own numbers and write 3 problems that show the different meanings of subtraction. And so they want to understand what are those 3 meanings and then apply them to whatever numbers that we use. So if we go back and take a look, we can actually see in our focus task that the types of subtraction problems that we look at is what we call difference focus, not take away focus, and decomposition focus. I always mispronounce that word. So what we're going to do is the problem that we're going to use, I'm going to put over on my smart notebook, and the 2 numbers that I chose were 18 and 12. But again, I want to use my manipulatives. So I've got my handy kidney beans once again. And so I'm going to get my 18 out. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And so we're going to get my other 12. Thank goodness I got a big bag of kidney beans here. I don't think that's quite enough. Doing some estimating here, kind of going based on what I think 12 should look like. That should get me pretty close. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, look at that. My estimation was extremely good on that one. So, all right. So when we think about the 3 types of problems that we're dealing with, we'll take a look, first of all, at the difference focus. And so the difference focus is basically, the idea behind it is we're going to just kind of line these up. And so I'm going to match a 1-to-1. There's my 1-to-1, and I'm just going to match them all up here. And I want to make sure that you can see my screen here. There we go. So I'm going to continue matching these up. 1-to-1. And so it ends right there. And so my difference focus is going to be, where are those extra ones? Well, I can see in this case, my extra ones are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so my answer in this case is going to be 6. So I'm going to jump over my smart notebook. I'm going to take my pen, use my really bad handwriting. I'm going to put my 6 in there. And so now they want me to do it again, but in this particular case, we're going to use our next method of subtraction. So if I look at what my next one is, it's the subtraction not takeaway. And so in this particular one, it's a similar idea, but the idea behind it is not takeaway, but rather it's essentially an add situation. And so again, I'm going to have my 18. And the idea behind it is I'm going to start with that 18. Well, actually, I want to do the not takeaway. So I'm actually going to start with my 12 because I actually want to count up, and I'm going to use my kidney beans as a number line in this case. So again, make sure I got my screen lined up here. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But I need to count up until I get to 18. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And so once I understand, I start at 12 as my baseline, and I want to count up to 18. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I added up, I counted up an additional 6. And so that's how I'm doing my not takeaway. So again, whoops, I go to my pen. Again, my answer is 6. My final one, the word I can never pronounce, decomposition. I just have to take it slow. Really emphasize my syllabication when I say that word. Decomposition is really leading itself to the concept of multiplicative reasoning. So again, what we're dealing with so far is we're still dealing with additive reasoning. It's understanding how to add and subtract numbers, and in particular using those number lines. But this third one, the decomposition, is going to use that concept of multiplicative reasoning now. And again, behind it, what I'm looking at doing with it is I want to kind of break this up into parts. And so I know with my 18, if I go a group of 6, and I do another group of 6, I do a final group of 6, and then I come over here, and I'm going to match up my group of 6 again, and I'm going to match up my group of 6 again. I can see, because I understand that 6 is a factor of 18 and 12, even if it wasn't an even number, I could still kind of, for example, if I had like a 20, I could still break it up into those groups of 6, and I would just kind of have my extra 2 in amongst there. To give you a sense of how this would work. But because I actually have both numbers are factors of 6, group of 6, group of 6, group of 6, I'm going to match those groups up again. And so that eliminates each other, that eliminates each other. And so again, I can see that that last group of 6 is the one that I had remaining. If, for example, I was still dealing with, for example, like 20 though, I would still match up those groups of 6, and I would recognize I had 8 remaining in that case. But because I'm dealing with 18 and 12, again, my final answer is 6. And so that gives you the 3 examples. Again, if we go back and look at our problem, choose your own numbers and write 3 problems that show the different meanings of subtraction. And that's how I would do it. If I, for example, wanted to just draw, if I, for example, was doing this in EQ testing, I needed to put it on a piece of paper, I could do the same type of thing where I would use, rather than my kidney beans, I would just be drawing little circles or putting little tallies or whatever, but I would still do the same kind of idea on terms of what I would put on my paper. So I hope that helps you understand what additive reasoning in the MathUp program looks like and the 3 ways of subtraction. Thank you very much, folks. We'll see you later.